wood, and beyond.
See, you had no problem filling it up. And it's time for this.
Ocean Drive's films on Thursdays with Eclipse Cinemas Bundoran, flying high to bring you the best films in Ireland. Eclipse Cinemas.
And joining us live on Zoom from Bundoran and Eclipse Cinemas this afternoon is the wonderful and very slimmed down, I have to say. I got it. And your backdrop looks great today. You look good in the video. Colin, how you doing?
Well, I'm great. Clearly, the answer to slim down is not to go on a diet, especially as two friends with me this weekend. It is to stand or put a back screen up beside a gorilla, so you look slim. Then I will do, and I have a bit of a shave. That's the secret. So I'll take it. I'll take it. Most people on radio can't see us, and as always, I'll have the filters on when people check out the video up on the Facebook site afterwards.
Okay, you missed me last week. You did. You got on well with Shane anyway.
I did, even though we enjoyed having the clip to start off with, where he said to me just as we went off air, "My God, I thought you were never going to stop talking." You know, wouldn't be the first person to say that, and you know what? He won't be the last. He won't be the last either. But no, we got on great, and it was a big week as well for movies, and of course. You know, we knew Belfast was going to be big, and we talked a little bit about Nightmare Alley too. And then, of course, the next day, we had big news from the government that changed everything we talked about in the first place.
News, yeah,
it was great. It was. I was going to say it was surprising. I don't think it was surprising to anyone about the restrictions, but it was surprising the way it happened. So we're now almost back to normal life. You know, nobody needs passes anymore. Nobody needs to book in advance. Although for very busy nights, for big new movies, it's always a good idea. Or if you're like me and you like particular seats, I have particular seats I like to sit in. And I'm not saying I get grumpy when I'm not in that seat, but I never enjoyed the movie quite as much, Jamie. So it's still masks for the moment anyway. Until you get to your seat and you can take your mask off. And I would imagine, I think there are probably a lot of people out there who maybe still, when that restriction is lifted, would still feel a wee bit more comfortable wearing their mask to the screen. You know, maybe because they're vulnerable themselves, and that's fine. We don't mind. As long as you come and enjoy yourself, we don't mind. So it's great for everyone. I think there's a real spring in their step, and it helped now that Belfast was such a big hit as well.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. We're going to kick off today now. Sing 2 has arrived. When does it start playing?
So it starts tomorrow, and there's been a lot of hype for this. It's one of the ones that we've had the trailers playing for a while, because the first one was a big hit. Just to recap, it's a story of, you know, look, I suppose this was a no-brainer, Shamey. What do people love? Cute animals and brilliant tunes. But it basically was a talent show with all these different funny-looking animals. Some of them could sing. They're all, nearly all, you know, it's like the X Factor. They're all a bit nervous. Are they going to be able to do it on the night? Do you know what? They were. Now they're going to have to do it on the second night. Can they? Well, let's listen to this clip and we might find out.
All right, folks, time to show the world what we're made of. Good evening. My name is Buster Moon, and it is my pleasure to present to you, for one night only, a brand new show. I think I saw you. So step right up and take your seat. The journey of a lifetime is about to begin. Sing 2. Anyone see Miss Crawley?
Your destination is on the right.
It looks great.
I think that sums it up. It looks great and sounds great. And that was the thing. I was quite skeptical about the first one. I really thought, yeah. And then I forgot, look, one of the things, you know, the certain things you do, the Western, you know, the strong silent type comes to save the day, the scary movie. The other trope is, you know, they're going to shut down the town hall, the village, the cinema, whatever. What will we do? Let's put on a show. It's always been a hit. People love that sort of movie. It's something we do in real life anyway.
Yeah.
And of course, this one works. And what they're doing now, instead of the small town hall, they're going to the cute animal equivalent of Las Vegas, and everything's going to go wrong. Will it work out? Oh, I have a feeling it might. Now, let's be honest. I'm always honest about these things. Due to a work meeting, I know, but that's the other side of COVID restrictions being lifted. I had to go to an actual meeting rather than just phoning in. I haven't actually seen this yet, but I will watch it and I will enjoy it. And I'll even enjoy some of the dodgy Coldplay songs, etc., which are not my cup of tea musically, because it's done so well. and they know how to just get that emotional moment. And you know, one thing I've always liked about these movies as well, they nearly always play the full song or a good chunk of it rather than just the 15 seconds. And of course, they do that a lot by we all know there's not huge money in selling records anymore. It's getting in a movie or something, but also these artists are getting exposed to different audiences. So you've the parents maybe listening to some of the songs that they don't know. And of course, the big star in this one is none other than Paul Hewson himself, Bono. Bono is this reclusive star who doesn't play anymore. And again, these are things, those of us are slightly
He's playing himself, is he?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Very reclusive and shy man, as we know. But he is going to be dragged out and play the songs. And, there's going to be loads of little people seeing this who've never heard, they still haven't found what I'm looking for. And they won't have any preconceptions. And they'll see the gorilla, I think he is. No, he's a lion, I think.
He's a lion.
Yeah,
there's another song in it as well, I do believe.
Yeah, singing it, and they're going to really enjoy it because it's a great tune. And they don't have the, he did this, man, hang-ups. It's going to be just great fun. If I'd say most people are going to love the music and the tunes, but if you don't like, or the music and the movie, but if you don't like the movie that much, you're going to enjoy the tunes. If you don't like, if you're not, pop music's not your thing, you're going to have a great time with the funny animals putting on a show. There's loads of jokes. Animals are going to fall off stuff. You and I were watching off air. We were watching the clips, watching a gorilla and a pig do on their tippy toes. I don't know why it's funny. I think I like to think I'm a sophisticated man sometimes, and then other times you put a big fat German pig in a leotard and it's funny. It just is. And this will be funny and it will work, and people are going to love it this weekend.
It's going to be a big
family hit.
I think a lot of the families will be going to that. Yeah. You couldn't go wrong bringing the kids to that.
Absolutely. Something for everyone, which sometimes sounds like, kind of jack all trades, master of none, but I don't think so in this case. It's going to be great fun. I expect it's going to be tremendously popular.
Yeah, we're going to chat a wee bit about Belfast again because it's going really well for you.
Yeah, speaking of tremendously popular, yeah, and it is. And I think it'll be fair to say a lot of our regular cinema goers are going, but maybe some of those, and that's why I think it was nice that we talked a little bit about the restrictions. People maybe were a bit nervous, but really want to see it. We had some older groups in. It was great to have them back. So we some active elderly sort of groups came over for it, and it was great to have these people back who we haven't seen in a couple of years to see this wonderful movie. Now, I ranted and raved about it last week, and there's nothing I've seen since has proved me wrong. People have come out with a glow.
I haven't seen a bad review.
No, and well, throw in everlasting love into it as well. Like, people were already feeling good and talking about pop bangers. Like, you play that near the end, you go, oh man, I think you'll love it. I think so many of the people who listened last week will have gone to see it and really enjoyed it. It's not going anywhere for a while, but it is just. It's such a warm tale. And Shane was getting nervous last week because I was trying to say about how it involves, the people who are dragged into the troubles. And it's very much a child's eye of the troubles. It's an uncomplicated version. We own life. It's really complicated. I think Shane thought I was going to do a political rant. It's not going to happen, Shane. It can happen, but not in this case. And then I started giving out about psychics.
Where you got the Monday movie coming back.
Yep. So speaking of big sumptuous affairs, it's the West Side Story. People thought, why make it again? And then we watched it and went, oh, that's why. That was absolutely brilliant. And it was weird. It was one of those movies. It did way better in the last few weeks it was out than the first weeks. People were a bit nervous waiting for the reviews. The reviews were stellar. It's brilliant, and particularly the woman who plays Anita. People are going to love it. It's great.
That's back Monday.
Mr. Monday, 8:30 for only for €4.50. Last chance to see it in the big screen. And look, those colours. Steven Spielberg, you have to see it in the big screen. I'll shut up now.
Unbelievable. Yep. Great as always. Great to be back. Great to have you back. And we'll talk to you back here next Thursday.